All right, let's get right into it. What if I told you the success of your entire cloud transformation hinges on one single, massively underestimated component? Today, we're diving into the database migration problem, what I like to call cloud adoption's hidden wall. On paper, moving to the cloud seems pretty straightforward. Organizations have this predictable playbook, right? You lift and shift your servers, you replatform your services, you modernize your pipelines. It's a well-trodden path.
But then, just when you think you're on the home stretch, you're about to pop the champagne, bam, you hit a wall. A massive, unforeseen wall that wasn't in any of the manuals.
And look, this isn't just another technical hurdle we're talking about. This is the single part of the process that is the most complex, the most risky, and yep, the most expensive. This is the database. Okay, so what's the deal here? Why is moving compute so easy? But the database is this giant wall. It all boils down to one simple but profound concept: state. Your servers, your apps, they're mostly stateless. You can copy them, restart them, move them around, no big deal. But the database? Oh, the database is the beating heart of your business. It holds everything. You can't just turn it off for a bit. So let's really dig into this. Why does moving a database feel less like moving furniture and more like, well, like performing live open heart surgery on your company? It all comes back to this tricky concept of state. Think about it like this. A stateless server is kind of like a calculator. You can use it, turn it off, turn it back on, and it's ready for a completely new problem. It has no memory. A database, on the other hand, it's more like your own brain. It remembers everything. It holds this live, constantly changing record of every single thing your business is doing. You just can't restart it without losing critical in-flight information. And when we say state, we're talking about so much more than just the data sitting there. We're talking about transactions that are happening right now. We're talking about database locks, replication status, consistency guarantees. It's this incredibly complex web of promises and in-flight processes that absolutely cannot be broken. And as if that wasn't complicated enough, these legacy databases are often just a tangled mess. We're talking about systems built up over decades. You've got hundreds of tables, thousands of stored procedures, and all this application code that's tightly coupled to the vendor's specific SQL dialect. It's like trying to untangle a giant ball of yarn, where every single thread is critical. So all this intense complexity, it creates this perfect storm, and it leads to two of the biggest nightmares for any business: downtime and the terrifying fear of data corruption. Let's just put a number on that first nightmare: downtime. For a lot of critical systems like a big ERP, you might be looking at taking the entire business offline for a full weekend. That's 48 hours. Think about that. 48 hours of no sales, no operations, nothing. Now you might be thinking, okay, a planned outage over a weekend, what's the big deal? But in today's 24/7, always-on global economy, is there ever really a good time to go dark? The truth is, there's never a good time. I mean, how do you even coordinate a migration across global time zones? What about those critical batch jobs that have to run at 3 a.m.? And what about your payment systems? They can never stop, ever. And let's say you somehow survive the downtime. Guess what? You are not done. Not even close. Now comes the painstaking, nerve-wracking process of data validation. You have to prove without a shadow of a doubt that every single bit of data made it over perfectly. Honestly, this step alone can be a bigger, more stressful project than the migration itself. So, how do you even begin to tackle this beast? Well, it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of problem. There are basically three main paths you can take, and each one comes with its own set of serious trade-offs. All right, so you've got three main flavors here. First, there's the Big Bang approach. It's the simplest, technically speaking, but it comes with a ton of downtime risk. Then you have an online migration. This is way safer with minimal disruption, but it's also way more complex to pull off. And finally, there's re-architecture, which is basically rebuilding the whole thing from the ground up. This isn't about good versus bad. It's a strategic choice. And this brings us to what might be the most important point of this whole thing. This decision, it's not really a tech problem. It's a business problem. You really have to look at the economics of it. The cost of staying put on old hardware is high. The cost of moving, the project, the cloud fees, is also high. But the real prize, the thing you're chasing, is that future value that you can only get by moving to the cloud. And suddenly, the conversation completely changes. It moves out of the server room and into the boardroom. And the first question that gets asked is always the same. Can we afford the downtime? And that's immediately followed by the really tough question. What happens if something goes wrong? Who's holding the bag? Who owns that risk?
You see, what this all boils down to is that a database migration isn't a technical exercise. It's a full-blown, cross-functional negotiation. It's a delicate balance between what is technically possible and what the business can actually tolerate. And it impacts everything from customer experience to financial reporting.
So, at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself a fundamental question. Is your database an anchor, holding your business back in the past? Or is it an engine, ready to power your future? The choice is yours. But honestly, the success of your entire cloud journey depends on it.